What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris coming at you for another Deerfish gaming video, and today I am really excited because I'm bringing you some gameplay. That's right, I got this Han2 blue list right here that I have never featured on the channel before, and we're going to do gameplay first. That's right, we're going to do gameplay. The deck breakdown is coming next, so if you like the gameplay, hit the like button and then hit subscribe so you don't miss the deck breakdown that's going to be coming up soon, because I'm having a lot of fun playing this list, and that means that I want to do a deck breakdown so you guys can have a lot of fun playing this list. But it has been so long since I've done a gameplay video, I thought, you know what, why don't I do a switcheroo if we do gameplay first and see if that can get you hook, line, sinker for the deck breakdown. Um, but yeah, but in all seriousness though, I am having a lot of fun with this list. Han2 Green, Han2 Data Vault is on the rise. You know, those two lists, the 30 and the Data Vault. But I would just take a look at those lists, and I think this list, blue red, fits my playstyle more. And I think I don't know. I just have a lot of fun playing the deck, and I think it's a lot of fun to watch the play, and as well to play. So I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun playing this deck. So without further ado, let's just get into this darn gameplay, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Okay, so I won the die roll. Let's get into this. Okay, I was unsure with the mats, with the larger mats, if you're going to be able to see, but I think it's still readable. All right, so I'm going to start off with playing Cassian Andor from hand, essentially as a 3/3, and he gives the Clone Deserter a buff and plays the Clone Deserter. Very, very good card, especially for a turn 1 play. Just really allows you to get that 3/4 out, and yeah, I mean, sure, there's a bounty. Your opponent gets to draw a card if it once it gets taken out. But if you keep control of the ground, I mean, Ray doesn't really care that much. So I do 3 to base, and my opponent decides to finish off the Cassian, which I think is a good play. I play Yoda, and then my opponent plays Yoda. And then I will claim. So it's going to be you know, potentially some similar plays, right? Because we're both playing Hero Blue. But I'm trying to hope that my red side is going to be able to out aggro the the green side of this Data Vault. So I get to draw a card from the Clone Deserter being destroyed, and then I'll draw another card off of this Yoda being destroyed. So I'm starting off the game already with a very large hand, so we just keep in the back of our head that Hammerhead will be online, and I will choose to pillage. And a blue leader and a takedown gets taken out. Yoda gets that buff, and I will claim, and then a blue leader comes down. Okay, so now around the 5 resource turns when I really start to just really play some hard hitting stuff like Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron takes 3 damage from the Yoda, and then the draw for the Yoda. I'll flip my Han unit. Alright, 4 for takedown on Poe. Very clean takeout on the Poe. So that's just one thing that this Han2 blue deck forces. Really, Han2 in general, the Han2 green deck does the same, is it forces your opponent to have an answer. I do 3 with my Han leader to base, and then he does 3 to my base. Alright, Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out 6. And he buffs the R2, and then I hit for 3. Alright, then I get hit for 3. Alright, Ray gets flipped immediately. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Got that Sentinel on ground. You know, I happen to know that that most Ray Green lists aren't playing too much space, so I know Obi-Wan's going to be very helpful in this matchup. So hits Obi-Wan for 3, and then plays the Village Protectors, and then chooses to not hit R2 with the Obi-Wan, or hit Obi-Wan with the R2. And Obi-Wan is essentially a he's my wall right now. And so I'm playing 7, and I'll play Luke, and I'm just gonna outright play him and to nag out that Ray to finish off the Ray before any more restore can come out. And you just need to have an answer for Ray. Alright, your opponent plays the U-Wing. Okay. Contemplating what is going to pull with the U-Wing. So I'm in a really good spot. You know, we got this Obi-Wan on the board. It's probably going to be taken out. And then Luke Skywalker is going to get 2 experience tokens, and I'm going to be able to draw. But because he played U-Wing, I am probably going to be able to get 4 attack damage with the Obi-Wan first. So I'm honestly just feeling really good, and in these types of scenarios, having things like Crate Dragon really helps me feel like I'm going to be able to close the gap and get to that 33 damage mark. So the Fleet Lieutenant gets played in the R2-D2, takes out the Obi-Wan as we suspected was going to happen, and then get the 2 experience tokens to the Luke, and then I draw a card. I decide to pop the Village Protectors. Alright, and then hits my base for 3. Alright, bunch of small fries. It's got a really wide board, and I no longer have a Sentinel. So, this is a somewhat scary board state. They're all small guys, but you know, small guys add up after a while. So I'm using Han's ability to play Crate Dragon on 8. Give it 2 damage. That glare. Alright. So then I choose to take out the Village Protectors instead of do the base. With Crate Dragon's ability with the 4 damage. So I chose to take out the Clone Deserter. Draw a card from the bounty. Two to the base with R2. I forgot to restore with Luke. I choose to take out the Fleet Lieutenant with Han. Alright. He takes out the Han, and then he says 2 to pull that C-3PO from the top of the deck. And I believe I claim, and then right around now as I catch the healing. Boom, talking about it right now. Zenga had this match earlier tonight, fresh on the brain. Alright, and then he attacks the base for 3. Alright. And then he gives an Alliance Dispatcher an experience token, hits me for 2, and then pass. So even though I am technically behind on base, I am actually feeling really, really good. Okay, my opponent has all of, like, fails have been gone, 2 takedowns have been gone. We're feeling really, really good. There's just not, you just can only have so many answer cards, and I have so many cards in my hand, and my opponent has like 2 cards. So I'm feeling really, really comfortable. And I have a big Luke on board that's going to restore 3. So I take out the Alliance Dispatcher to restore 3, go back down to 10. Okay, and then a home 1 comes down. Alright, and the Village Protectors come down. Do 5. Rebellious Hammerhead. I got 8 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Rebellious Hammerhead will cleanly take out the home 1. 2 to my base. And then I'll do Force Throw. And Admiral Akbar gets taken out. I will take out the blue leader. 2 to base. My opponent says 3. And then I play Sabine, and then I pass. Alright, so starting to recover from all of these little units, and my big units are starting to take over the board. This is kind of what you have to do with Rey. You know, you have to stop the restore train and then take over. And you also have to force the answers to come out. That way you can stabilize and then start to take over. Alright, so the perilous position comes down on Luke. I take down the village protectors. Wait, we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back. It's a friendly game. We're going to take it back. Couple of friends playing. I decided to attack with the Sabine and said that is the more correct play. Alright. Alright. And Admiral Akbar will get played and take out Luke. So very, very nice. Deals damage based on each unit they control. So 3 damage. Boom, takes out Luke. Very, very nice. I'll use Han's ability, and I'll play another Luke. And I don't, none of these units are too big, so I'm just trying to stop whatever damage is possible. So I stopped the R2. Now you can at least see the top of your deck for the C3PO. And Felder Dragon is coming out, so that was what we saw at the top of the deck. So now we know to prepare that our Luke is going to be going away. Play the Yoder. Alright, Neller Village Protectors, and 5 to base. And now space is clear, and we're just going to start smacking the base with space. That was a tongue twister. I felt like I was going to mess that up. That's why that took me a couple of seconds to say that. This is a very, very fun list to play. I have a lot of fun playing. That Rebellious Hammerhead is crazy good. And I'll pop the shield with the Village Protectors. the Fleet Lieutenant comes out with the Admiral Akbar to take out the Yoda. So, I mean, I'm finding out that this deck is just really good into Ray because we play big units and Ray that are just a little bit damaged, and then Ray plays small units trying to make them bigger. So oftentimes we can out sequence the Ray, and this matchup is more favored than I thought it was going to be. I've been struggling with with this Ray Data Vault deck is really good. I've been struggling with other lists, so I didn't know how this was going to perform, and it just seems to be performing a little better than I expected. All right, the takedown, 5 to the base. Like this Ray Data Vault list, it smacks my Han Green, or I got smacked by Han Green. I maybe had a wrong game plan, but I had a gameplay of Ray Data Vault versus my Han Green, and I didn't tighten the stand good enough, and you can only see the ground. So I do apologize. One less gameplay video. But yeah, this Ray Data Vault list is pretty crazy, and it's taken the world by storm. I think it won a PQ in Dallas. So 3 to base from the Fleet Lieutenant. And I'll do 9 for another Crate Dragon. 3 for a Sundari Peacekeeper. So I'm just finishing off the Admiral Akbar, taking out everything I can. Use Han's ability to play Yoder. Alright, and my opponent is scooping. It's a rather big board: Rebellious Hammerhead, Tentative, and Crate. Next game. Okay, here we go. Game 2. And we did not sideboard. This is post locals. This is my friend was nice enough to play me for gameplay because of my ruined video a couple of days ago. So we did not side deck. I played Sabine and he played the Alliance Dispatcher. So there we go. That was the turn 1. Now we're going on to the turn 2. Played the Sundari Peacekeeper, using the Alliance Dispatcher to make it cost 1 less. I do 3 damage to the Sundari Peacekeeper, and buff it does. Yoder I will play with Han's ability, leaving 1 resource left so that I can play Force Throw. I mean, being able to play Yoda on turn 2 for 1 less and then Force Throwing, absolutely broken. It's absolutely broken because I get to draw 1 if Yoda dies, so I'm okay. You know what I mean? So it was a 2-drop, so could not take out the Sundari Peacekeeper, so we took out the Alliance Dispatcher. And now we're moving on to the next turn. Alright, saying some goodbyes to some other people, leaving as the locals are wrapping up. Alright, Sundari Peacekeeper into the Sabine. Shazam, Sundari Peacekeeper should live. Alright, and then I will trade Yoda into the Sundari Peacekeeper. Again, you know, I'm just trying to keep that Ray board clear. and attack the hand, and that way I can get my big units out safely. I'll play Kanan. Alright. Alright, I will claim. So the great thing about this deck is Obi-Wan comes out on 5. So you can play Kanan and then safely play Obi-Wan and just be like, that's cool, I'm cool with that, we cool. No big deal. I can make Kanan a 6-7, no big deal. Take out Obi-Wan. Alright, use Han's ability to do Obi-Wan. Okay. So the experience token on the Village Protector. I'll flip my Han unit. Ooh, bad clear in the case. So pop the shield on the Village Protectors. And then I will take out the Village Protectors with the Han unit. Or, yeah, the Han leader. Spark of Hope. Ray's coming out. And then we take out the R2-D2. Discard one from the top of the deck. Bam. No damage on the base yet. No damage on base. This is a battle of attrition. I claim. So, a tricky predicament my opponent is in. Kanan's gonna be a big boy once Obi-Wan dies. Alright. And my opponent chooses to pass. Okay. Alright, and then I choose to hit the base with 4 with Obi-Wan. First damage of base. 7 minutes in. 7 minutes in. Bright Hope coming down. And then I hit the base for 3. I am just wanting my opponent to take out Obi-Wan so that Kanan can do a clean sweep into Rey. Clone Deserter. My opponent is trying to force me to not be able to do that. So I will play Poe Dameron. Alright. And Obi-Wan dies from the Rey. I give +2 to Kanan. I get to draw a card. It was a Rebellious Hammerhead. Oh, I did it again. I was supposed to pay attention. Okay. At 4. Alright, we finish off Rey with Kanan. I forget to make my opponent discard the top card of the deck. It's not a big deal. I mean, it could be. You never knew what he just drew. But, casual game, it's all good. I'm just happy that I was able to get this recording, and once again, thank you. Thank you to my homie. Let me get the recording games in. And another Village Protector's coming down. And so I will choose just to play Luke outright and neg the Village Protectors so that I don't have to deal with the Sentinel. And the Sundari Peacekeeper comes down. And I will just take out the Sundari Peacekeeper because I can't let that restore go through at all. And then the clone deserter, goes 2 to base. And then draw a card from the clone deserter going. Alright, then I hit the opponent for 3. Again, I did not do the discard. It's a May on Kanan, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to make your opponent do it. But typically, I make my opponent do it. I think I was just thinking about all the cards I had in my hand. And when I say this Raid Data Vault list gave me a nightmare like 3 or 4 days before, I mean it. So I'm pretty happy that I'm doing well right now. Alright, so home 1 comes down, I'll play Fell, Village Protectors come back, and 2 to base with the Bright Hope. I attack the Village Protectors, discard the Pillars to defeat the shield token, and then take out the Village Protectors. And then I'll attack for 15 damage per base, and then my opponent scoops. And we get a clean 2-0. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Once again, if you want to see the deck breakdown on this Han2 blue list, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit like, because you made it all the way to the end of this video, so you might as well hit like. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.